Um, the little red light's on.
Oh, okay. So then,
Yeah, we're live. I mean, we'll have to edit this. Uh,
yes. So I'm Pat Thames. I am a comic, and this is Van Spellman. He is a graphic designer, right? That's the appropriate title.
yeah, yeah, I would say that.
And I don't really have anything to promote right now. But in Portland, and you like comedy, you should look at Devil's Den on Sundays or the Ming's Lounge and Republic Cafe. They're just small mics. There's no way anybody listening to this is going to be in the area, but whatever. Come by, check me out. Van?
Yeah, you can find me at vansparrow.com. Uh, Graphic design is what I do. I do t-shirts on Design by Human under the same name, Van Sparrow. I have an Etsy. Uh, that's that's a thing. I think I have like two or three things on there right now. I have uh Kiki Do You Love Me Kanye West inspired Kiki's delivery service design on there.
Really? I'm going to have to check this out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, her like friend that like rides the bike, the like second character in the show or movie. And then she's looking back at him, and it's just like on the side, it's like, Kiki, do you love me? And uh, I'm not saying that it's the best design, but Kanye has some he's got some anime experiences there.
Absolutely. And the whole world's waiting on Yandi to drop. Instead, we're getting a Kiki's delivery service.
Yeah. Which have you speaking of Kanye though and the new album, did you see the April Fool's joke someone did?
No.
They I don't know if they actually cut up some Yeezys, but or they photoshopped it, but they were like, in someone's Yeezys is the new album.
Oh, yeah. No, I did see that. Where they pulled out the thumb drive?
Yeah, the thumb drive in the Yeezys.
That would actually, I wouldn't put it past Kanye at this point. Like, he would just be like, you get the Yeezys, but it's like having to sacrifice your firstborn child. Like, if you really want to hear this album, you got to do that. That's on brand for Kanye. Oh my God. No, what's going to happen is he's going to put it on SoundCloud, and then everybody's not going to believe that it's him, and then they're going to give it terrible reviews because they're going to say it sounds half baked. Whatever. Not Anthony Fantano. I'm not going to do this.
Okay. All right. That was our music segment, everyone.
So, do you want to explain what second best is, or
You know, I really think that you have the better storytelling voice in this scenario. I feel like you're the originator of Second Best Duelist, so I'm gonna just let you have the floor on this one.
all right? So, for those of you who aren't aware, Second Best Duelist started as a video channel. We're now trying to pivot it into a podcast. Now, Second Best Duelist all came from. There's a story. I'm not sure if it's apocryphal or not, but Isaac Asimov and Arthur C. Clarke both agreed to tell people that they were the second best science fiction writer if somebody were to ask them. And because my ego is that inflated, I figured that would be a great way to team up with somebody else, Van Spillman, to do Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. And now, since both of our lives have progressed past that point, we are now looking into pouring ourselves out on the internet.
Yeah.
For viral.
Yeah. Because I mean, we've parted ways due to some life situations and some adulting that we had to do, and we're in a better place now. Well,
you're in a better place.
I would not really. just more financial risk, I guess.
Is it my heroin showing?
uh, but I don't know. I think we got good banter, and I think that we were super popular in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. So
Now, we're gonna exploit that.
yeah.
We're gonna just like we exploited. Oh my god, dude! Remember the video of the completely ironic deck profile
Oh
we put
yeah.
on? We should totally link that. But basically, we were. I don't know, like if we were being meta funny or not, but I decided to give this kid a deck profile one, and he's probably top to YCS now. So who cares? Uh,
Yeah. He probably like that. That probably gave him the confidence to like keep playing in the game, and he probably like was like, if there's this one person that wants to do a deck profile on me, I need to keep amping my decks up and making them so much better than what this first deck was, that I'll get a second deck profile. And he probably will never.
he's still waiting on it to this day.
Yeah, he's like, dude, where are those second best guys at? I've been doing real good lately.
He's just got like long fingernails and like shovel. Like, dude, literally, you are like long. The only thing you're missing to look like everybody who's at a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. The only thing I'm missing for that matter is long hair. You like the whole scene is that.
Yeah.
Everybody just does that. But speaking of long hair and filthy people, what do you think of the what do you think about the new tournament policy?
Oh, dude. I think it's something that all the pros have not been talking about, because it's like a cult. It's what they've been doing, and that's how they've been topping this entire time.
Is they've actually been using like aftershave, like,
Yeah,
or
yeah, like they pulled a page out of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, the My Valentine technique, and they've been smelling good this entire time that you cannot smell the certain perfume on their decks.
yeah, it just meshes with it. Like they, I think Fraser Smith went to a god damn it, he's gonna at me and he's gonna be like, "Who are you? I know you." But no, like if you ever play against Fraser, you'll notice that like I saw him in the mall after a tournament once, and he was at the perfume part of it, and he
Mm,
was like different ones to see which ones actually like meshed with his main scent,
uh-huh.
so that way you cover it up. And
You
so
know,
now,
yeah. Funny thing about Fraser Smith though is I don't think he pulled this off on the 100th YCS, because I actually beat him uh in that tournament. I
well, that's
I I 2-0'd him like hard.
no, I think it's because you actually bathe, so
Oh,
you just throw like against BO, you can smell it, but if you have like a mild or neutral scent, he can't do anything.
that's true. That is true. I felt like he was trying to make it super awkward though too, like trying to figure out um if sorry, everyone, my wife just brought me pizza, and it ruined the bit. I totally lost my train of thought.
You're talking about Fraser Smith going hard and then getting
Oh, he made it super awkward. Like he was like trying to pick up on my tastes, because he started asking me what my favorite anime was. Uh, he asked me, do you use Old Spice?
like he's like, "Hey man, I think you're rocking the because I can't pull out my cards or pull it off you, so I don't know."
Yeah.
Just
Um, but yeah, no. To bring it back to bring it back on point here, I think it is pretty worthwhile that they are bringing up this change of tournament policy for having people be clean, because it's fucking, dude, those tournaments are fucking disgusting. And there's our R rating. God damn it.
It's whatever, man.
Like, you're spending like 12 hours. I mean, at least in LA tournaments, which we have been a part of for a while. You're spending like 12 hours in a convention hall, and if someone hasn't washed their ass in like 4 weeks, it's gonna stink.
And then you also have to sit on the same chair that 11 other people have sat. And if 3 of them haven't, like, it's just a cesspool for just ass germs.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. That's so gross.
It's a stew, and it's waiting to happen. And no, like the thing that I really, what I recognized is when it was a problem is when, because we would show up to these things early to get in line, and you would smell the convention center, which is like that. Like, they just wax the floors, they put some neutral fucking powder in the carpet, and you could smell that. And you could smell like the old wafting scent of coffee that was made 3 days ago when the fucking cheerleading convention was in town. And now, as soon as it would start to fill up, it would just become more and more. It just smelled, I don't want to say like a locker room, because I've been in a couple locker rooms that smell better than that. Like, yeah. I would be denigrating locker rooms to say this is what the tournament smelled like, because it just smelled like a homeless dog. It was bad. And what I really am looking forward to out of this is the judges having to enforce it, because some of the judges, like, could you imagine being the smelly judge and then having to tell somebody, like, you smell, like, you have to leave? Like, and then
there'd be riots.
Dude, oh my god, I'd be like, hey man, I may smell like balls, but you honestly smell like fucking Tutankhamun's armpit. Like, leave me alone. Like, it's bad. It's bad. And then like, since it's Yu-Gi-Oh, none of the judges are gonna enforce that. Like, so the judges are gonna go up to people and they're like, excuse me, I need to talk to you for a second. And then in about 12 minutes, they'll be like, hey, I'm really sorry. I don't know how to tell you this because I'm autistic, but you need to wash yourself. And I'd be like, well, thank you. And then I would go,
do you think they're going to give them like a case of Axe body spray? And for the kids that are like, I'm an inner city kid, I can't afford it, I bought Metadeck.
The kids with the Sky Striker deck. Like, I had to buy sleeves or deodorant, and it's like, well, you're gonna get kicked out either way.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine, like, just like, first off, Axe doesn't cover anything. Axe is basically like adding another. It's like you're drinking distilled alcohol, like 90 proof. I'm sorry, 180 proof, like for coffee 151, and then it's like taking a lemon rind, fucking wafting it that way. Like, that's all that Axe does. Like, it's still potent, it's still disgusting, and everybody who's going to be doing that it's just going to turn into this. It's going to smell worse. It can't be Axe. Like, what they need to do is they have fire hydrants in front of these convention centers. Like, if they could just set up like a car wash kind of deal, but instead of turtle wax, just fill it up with like Old Spice or Dial or something, and just have them run through it.
Yeah.
Like, they've got to be used to, like, if they're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, they've got to be used to people in authority telling them to strip down. So they'd be, oh yeah, no, this is. And
do you think now that they have this tournament policy, do you think they're gonna like subtly reinforce it with brand new product, like instead of a holographic tin box, it will now be a shower set with packs.
I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, K Media, or I can imagine that they're basically like gonna partner with Johnson and Johnson, and they're just gonna be like, "Hey, can you put in this? Like, what would a Yu-Gi-Oh set even be? Like, because if you use Millennium anything, people like
Millennial?
like the Millennium deodorant, like they could get away with that if they made a bar of soap like the Millennium Puzzle, and then they just released it like they did some of the reprints, so that
Oh,
way it just floods the market with it. That way it's no longer a collectible item. That's how they can do it, and they're really good at
okay.
doing that.
You just gave me a great idea. Konami, if you're out there listening right now, I know you are. We have about 1 million subscribers at this point. Uh, I'm gonna lay it down this way right now. It's gonna be the Millennial Bath Bomb set. You're gonna get all the Millennium items as a bath bomb.
Oh
So
shit!
the Millennium Eye, the puzzle, the fucking necklace. I don't know how you're gonna make these things,
Oh
but
no no no! You just go with the Egyptian theming, so they've got they
frankincense, myrrh,
uh,
gold.
wood, uh, honey and oatmeal. Like I could see
Oh
that.
my god, that'd be hilarious. Okay, so all you have to do is cut us a check for the residuals every time one of these things sell. It's a small price to pay for this great $1 million idea.
Yeah, no, like you partner up with. I'm trying to think of another soap company like with Clorox or something like that,
There
and
we go.
come out with a deodorant, and then it comes with a promo card. They do that in Japan.
Yeah,
They with a little bag of chips, and it would come with a potato chip monster. But if they partnered with Old Spice, could you imagine Terry Crews as a normal monster?
dude.
You just
Uh,
give him like refer stats and make him a level 5 monster, and it's just completely on point.
that'd be hilarious. It's almost like the Ask a Wish Foundation card.
Oh,
Um,
the Make a Wish Foundation with not Tyler the Creator, Tyler the Great Warrior.
yeah, Tyler the Great Warrior, except it'd be Terry Crews the Great Cleaner.
Oh, that would no. That would be so. It's you just do Terry the Great Warrior, and then you put Terry Crews instead of the weird Goten that they had on it. And like this seems like a joke, but the more and more looking through it, I'm like, why don't we hit up like, do we have any contacts in Konami?
I think I have like one or two that I mean I could tweet out, Twitter out, twat
Be like,
at.
hey, Joe Winston, I've got this business proposition, and I think we'll just get on Old Spice and be like, hey, Old Spice, like, I think that you guys have a hidden market.
An untapped resource known as the competitive scene.
Oh, man. And then just watch that Yu Gi Oh money come in.
Yeah.
I didn't add anything to the game. I just made players smell better.
So do you think all this time women duelists have had an advantage over men because of their douching products?
I was gonna go on a creepier route, and I was gonna say it's like the scent of a woman. They're just like, oh, like they're just like they're sitting it down across from a girl who may be like a 5 in real life, but she's occupying the 10 vacuum. And like these kids have to just be like, oh, I don't jokes on you. I've done it before. And I assert my dominance. No, the but the douching, perhaps. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
I mean, like,
That's a whole nother untapped market of
just
Konami showering product, feminine hygiene products.
yeah, no, like I'm pretty sure that. I mean, you just make it shaped like the Millennium Rock. Excuse the little.
You guys can't see my face right now, but I'm in utter disbelief.
And just like, I mean, like Merrick was. You played Yu-Gi-Oh, loved Merrick, so you give them a Millennium, dude.
Yeah, they always love the bad boys.
Oh my gosh! Now I'm just like, I'm gonna go put a fucking tennis ball on the end of a bottle. We'll make a little prototype and show it to Konami. Julia, if
Yeah.
Julia had there, I'm gonna be like, all right, this is for you.
This one's for you, girl.
I shouldn't joke about her. She's cursed with being the only, besides like Amanda Palmer, if she's still around.
She is.
Like,
I actually follow her on Twitch. She streams from time to time doing artwork and stuff.
Yeah, no, like between her and Julia, like I think there's one other popular Star Strike. Does she still play?
I have no idea. And then there's that one girl that just dates all the pros that she's actually beat me a couple times. It's hilarious. Like that Mecha Juana.
Oh, Jay Yoon, there we go.
Yeah.
We are gonna get copy strike to hell, and people are gonna say that we're misogynist, whatever.
Man, we're talking about the fucking shower meta in Yu-Gi-Oh! And how there is certain advantages that people have. May it be the pros or female duels. But on the topic of bad boys, there's some struggling going on in the country scene, Pat.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Are we the bad boys of country? We're talking about Old Town Road with Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah.
And the whole reason I wanted you to listen to that. Have you ever heard the track Monster by Kanye West?
Yes.
Okay, you know Jay-Z's verse on it where he's like Sasquatch, Godzilla, Goomba, and it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Uh-huh.
I want to know how Billy Ray Cyrus managed to do that.
Like, I think he just had his moment, dude. What has Billy Ray been doing up until this moment?
Like riding on the coattails of his daughter?
Which one?
Hannah Montana or
Miley Cyrus?
Because Hannah Montana is just a stage persona, right?
Wait, hold on. All right, sorry guys to bring it back to Yu-Gi-Oh, but is Hannah Montana like the white Western version of Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, did she have to solve like a line dance in order to transform?
That's her Yami form. Like at the end, she had to sing off with Miley Cyrus so that way she could go back. They found out it wasn't Hannah Montana, it was Touche or some shit like that. Just like, I'm sorry, I have to leave you now, Miley. It was a very emotional.
Yeah.
Having to say goodbye is not as hard when you find out that it's just the reincarnated form of yourself 1,000 years from now.
Yeah.
She had solved the Millennium microphone. Just like, it looks like a snow cone, but it's the Millennium Eye on the top.
TM.
No, but like what I was saying is Billy Ray Cyrus did the most country thing that I could think of. Exploited a black person to make
it's true though. Like Billboard Top 100 or whatever, they're saying that song is not country, but it is. It's just, I think that someone in the country department of Billboard is really fucking racist, and they're like, no, sorry, we can't, nope, there's no banjo, sorry.
There's no, it's like, it's not because he's black, it's because he did it as it's not a joke song either, but it's like almost tongue-in-cheek. And so if you're not going to take the genre seriously, and then there's another video by Grady Wilson where he talks about how country music is using the same beat over and over again, or it's just snaps. And so Little Nas X is just like, well, this isn't my whole fucking career. Watch it be. Watch his first entire album be nothing but remixes of Old Town Road. I've listened to it enough times to where it would actually, like, it wouldn't faze me. I would go through that entire album. Oh, I thought I had it on repeat. I don't know. But now that we've talked about Bad Boys, why don't you tell us about the show that you're watching right now?
Oh yeah. So I'm watching just finished. It's a pretty good show called Good Girls. It's about 3 girls that rob a grocery store because they're all broke. It's got a really good cast. It's got the girl in it from let me on doing research.
Let me look at my notes.
It's got Christina Hendricks from that new from
Masturbated. Yes.
It's got Mae Whitman, who played the lesbian in Scott Pilgrim.
This show, does it have any nudity in it?
No, it has no nudity.
Go on.
And then it has Matthew Lillard.
Wait, they have Shaggy?
They got Shaggy, dude.
Shaggy.
Or as my wife put it, the killer from Scream 1. Like, I wish I could make that up, but I was like, babe, he's done more than just Scream.
Let me tell you about a good movie called Without a Paddle.
Yeah. I think that one is good.
Like, he's been on enough episodes of Robot Chicken to, like, actually get some more exposure.
Yeah. Ooh, he's also, looking at my notes, he's also in 13 Ghosts.
That movie is really underrated. I love 13 Ghosts. Tony Shalhoub is the man.
Yeah.
No, so it's about girls who rob a grocery store and
right.
What else?
And they just get caught up in a lot of really bad stuff. And it's like Weeds, but instead of drugs, it's money laundering. And I mean that's the most I can say without being super spoiler. But it's good.
Yeah. So it honestly sounds like a fun show. It sounds like Ozarks, but with a cast of women. You know what? All of them, the 2 ones, there's 3 of them, right?
Yeah. The third lady is I don't think I've seen her in anything else. Her name is Ruby Hill. African American lady. She's a stand-up comedian. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Oh, she was best known as Donna Mingle on Parks and Rec.
Oh, Donna. Okay, okay. So we've got the two centerfolds, and then the person who they actually interviewed.
Yeah.
Such a bad way to put. Oh my god, we're never gonna get an affiliate. Holy shit!
This is just the first episode, guys. I mean, it's not. Come on, we're gonna be a little rusty, okay?
It honestly it sounds like Ozark's cast.
Yeah.
It's so do they get involved in drugs at all?
Uh, no, no drugs. From what I've seen, at least season one. Season two is supposed to come out soon. It's a net. It's a as far as I can tell, it's Netflix only. Um, yeah, that it's pretty good watching that. I'm also watching the second season of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Ooh,
It's pretty good. Uh, teen boppy. Uh, I don't know. It's neat. It's cool.
I
It's
need
hip.
I need to watch it so that way I have credibility with people who actually read comic books.
Oh yeah,
The posers like myself, where I'm just like, oh no, like I've read a comic book once, a single comic book. No, I hear nothing but good things about it, and honestly, the aesthetic looks really neat. Every time they're just like I see like the demons and stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's actually shying away from it. It looks
yeah,
like I feel like it's a much more serious like Buffy or
yeah.
something like that
Uh,
instead.
in the it's there. This Sabrina and like the original Buffy it's pretty close in the same vein. Not as jokey, um, but there's a lot of action. I mean, they're high school kids, so there's like that weird sexual tension all the time, and it's like this. Sabrina can't hang out with her high school friends because she doesn't know if the devil is gonna call on her to kill him or whatever. But so she's like, well, at least in this season, the second season, she's like hanging out with all the witches and the warlocks now, and getting into trouble with them. And so yeah, I think I'm like halfway through. So another couple days and I'll be done with it.
I have been speeding through Silicon Valley.
Oh
Late
yeah.
on. That show is very, very funny. It's Mike Judge makes it. The
Mm-hmm.
guy who made The Hill and what's it called? Beavis and Butthead, Office Space, Idiocracy. If you Silicon Valley is very funny, and it when I talk about autistic people, I have never seen a show that hammers it down because everybody in the show is just straight up like they may not all be autistic, but they have a touch of autism. There's one normal person, and it's the liaison for the company that buys them out, and she,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's weird when you watch it, and they there's like a 15 minute or like a 10-minute scene where they talk about how long it would take TJ Miller to beat off like 800 dudes in a room. And it's, if you haven't watched that, if you haven't seen that clip, look it up. It is one of the funniest things ever. Because they break it down like an actual problem, and like they're completely serious about it. And they, I don't know. And so it helps them middle out. It helps them get to middle out, which is a huge part of the show. But
How far are you in it?
I think I'm season 3. Like
Okay.
I got to the point like I haven't had enough time to sit down and watch Soul Catch like an episode or two a night.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think I've only seen season one and maybe up to like halfway through season two, so
yeah,
probably right in the same spot where you're at.
it's like, oh, okay. Uh, I keep meaning to see Shazam. I want to see it. Have you seen it at all?
No, I haven't seen it. I've heard only good things.
Your movie sucks gave it a 7 out of 10, which is like he gave Captain Marvel a 4 out of 10. So I'm like, that means that it might actually be a good movie. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like I've heard nothing but good things about. I've heard Aquaman was surprisingly good. I
Mm-hmm.
heard um, Wonder Woman was actually good, but I honestly have no like. I feel like Wonder
Yeah.
Woman after they dropped the whole bondage thing, like she basically became a female Superman, which is there's nothing else that she does other than
Yeah.
just bullets in slow motion with her wrist guards.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wonder Woman was a good movie. That was
on a on a scale, what would you give it out of 1 out of 10?
for Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Oh, if we're doing a 1 out of 10, you can
yeah.
never pick five. I'm sorry. Like you can't just that tells us nothing. So I'm gonna make it it's a 7. It's
Seven.
it's it's good, but it's not like, oh my god, I'm gonna go back and watch that. Or
Okay.
or I don't know if anyone does this anymore. Oh, I'm gonna buy that when that comes out.
Yeah, no, like basically, it's like if I buy a movie, it means that I really like.
Yeah.
But you were talking about a 5 out of 10 that I've ever seen that I'm like, it is a complete 5 out of 10 because it's like I wanted to give it a 6, but it adds nothing on rewatch, and it has a decent scene in the middle. Justice League was a 5 out of 10. That movie was so like there's so many cooks in the kitchen on that movie,
Mm. See,
and
I
it
didn't
was
I didn't see it.
you haven't.
No.
There's a really neat scene where Superman comes beating the shit out of Justice League, and the Flash starts moving in like in high speed motion, which puts everything out like everything's all slow motion,
Uh-huh.
and you just see Superman's eyes just look to the side and at the Flash, and it's one of the coolest fucking things ever. That's the only reason why I love it, is for that scene alone. That's all it had going for it, and it was honestly, I just remember Batman versus Superman and the clusterfuck of everything that they put in
Yeah.
there.
I think that's why I didn't see Justice League, is because Batman vs Superman was just it was your mom's name is Martha too?
Oh
Like,
no,
come, what? Really?
you,
DC Universe? Like,
you've seen the interview about it,
no, I haven't seen it.
where he's like, "Wake up! You're living in a fucking dream world." If Batman,
Wait, what?
yeah, no, in an interview, like he's like, all are getting upset because Batman kills people in the dream world. That Batman, like he said that phrase, like almost verbatim.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
he basically is just like, "Oh, you want to watch a comic book movie and have your
Mm,
things that else or does the things that he does? Well, wake the fuck up because Batman's real. Even though he literally forged a javelin out of a magic space rock to kill an alien, like let's just go like no, Batman kill people like fucking seriously. We're gonna take this shit.
I don't
Uh,
need violence in my comic movies.
you know, you know what disappoints me the most is that we never chance Ben Affleck because I really think he is my favorite Batman.
Oh,
As
okay.
yeah, like I think he pulls it off. That's like a controversial statement right there.
Uh-huh.
He pulls it off. He's good as Bruce and as Batman and as like the real Bruce, the one that interacts with Alfred, because he seems like he's pulling it off.
Yeah.
Unlike Michael Keaton as Batman. Like every time I think of Michael Keaton as Batman, I think of him like I think of like if they were to cast Matthew Broderick as Spider Man.
Mm.
Like I'm sorry, no, I'm doing that wrong. Tobey Maguire cast as Spider-Man
Got it.
reminds me of Roderick as Batman. But either way, I think we never got a chance. We're never going to see a good Batman movie like with Ben Affleck. It's just not going to happen because they recast him. But
Yeah, because he's not going to be in the Joker movie, right?
no, it's not Alec Baldwin playing is playing Thomas Wayne. I'm really excited about that movie, but I feel like it's going to be a toned down like The Master.
Mm.
Like it's going to be basically cut and paste the same exact movie, and it's instead of somebody as good as the late Philip Seymour Hoffman, we're going to have, I don't know, maybe Robert De Niro. I'm actually really excited about the Joker movie.
Yeah. I mean, from the trailer, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty, like, there's some real pizzazz that could be going on there.
Yeah.
Like, just, I feel like the makeup's really on point. Costume design.
He definitely, you get the feeling what I get from this movie, what makes me really, what I'm super excited about is that it does look like they're not trying to go for like a comic book vibe.
Mm.
Like they're for like, this is somebody who's just like the whole gamers rise up that, and I'm 100% down with it. He's gonna say the N word in the movie, and it's gonna make me happy. But yeah, other than that, do you have anything else that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, let's see. First episode, what else? What else can we talk about here? I mean, we're just trying to kill time anyways, right?
What's going to be at like 40 minutes or so?
Yeah, about so, yeah.
You're like looking at it, it's 28.
Oh, now it is. No, I mean, so I'm pretty excited. How do you feel about Endgame? Here, let's keep talking about movies that are coming out. Let's see. How's Endgame? We've all seen the memes of Ant-Man crawling up Thanos' ass and expanding. I don't think that's appropriate, but the internet's
realistically, like if Ant-Man wanted to do it, I don't know why he would choose the anal cavity. Like
I know.
I mean, is he like? I think they don't have the, no pun intended, they don't have the balls to do that because what if Thanos is actually into that sort of thing?
Oh, I know, right?
If he's into sounding and Ant-Man does it, and he's just like, oh, you just 2 more Infinity Stones, like. It's like that would be amazing. Like he would get to the testes and they would just fucking like he'd fight the sperm, like the weird purple sperm with like the ridged fucking.
I think a lot of people are scared of Endgame because they're worried that Captain Marvel is just going to come in and be this like the Jesus, and
that's literally what she's being framed to be.
I know. I feel like we're gonna have a little bait and switch. Exactly.
No, I don't. You know what? I think it's going to be really formulaic. I think they're going to beat Thanos, and like even no matter how they tell the story, I think one of two things is going to happen. And I'm really on board with this idea. If Tony gets all of the Infinity Stones and then uses it to go back, like to the beginning, and he just wakes up in the cave in Iron Man 1, I would be 100% down if that's how they ended it.
Dude, that's too meta, dude. That'd be amazing. Holy shit.
Just like, could you imagine? Just like he wakes up in the fucking the like you just like
Yeah, dude.
and it just cuts to black, and it's like the Avengers won't return. Like, it's just like,
Uh, oh god. Um yeah. And I mean, Endgame's getting a lot of hype, but there's still that Spider-Man movie that's coming out.
yeah, like it's weird that they're like, yeah, we're coming out with a game, and then here's Spider-Man. In case you didn't think,
But
like,
it's before the affinity before.
I don't think so. I'm
You don't
pretty.
think so?
I don't think so. I think that's Kevin Feige being like, well, you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, he's not. There's totally nothing that's going to happen. That's You can't convince me that Endgame isn't going to take place or far from home. I'm saying that, and then I'm going to get in there and I'll be like, "Fuck, I was wrong."
Because um there's another movie, or what was the other movie that took place before um oh, Ant-Man and the Wasp took place before
Like, or like
yeah,
moments before the snap.
it's before, which that movie was pretty good.
It was good. It just like the only thing that bothers me is that when I watched the first Ant Man, you can tell that it was going to be an Edgar Wright movie, and then they just shoehorned in a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And Ant Man and the Wasp felt like they were trying that same vibe where they're like, we're going to play. And I really I love Paul Rudd as an actor. I think he's like a good cast for Ant Man, but I don't think that the second Ant Man movie really carried its weight. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like it's just like it was filler, dude. Like, it was basically like an episode where nothing happens, and then at the end, it's get ready for next season. Like,
That's very well put. Yeah. Yeah.
but it wasn't a bad movie.
No.
But it just that's the problem with Marvel movies is that they whenever you watch them, it's gonna add more to stuff later on. It's honestly like the world's longest fucking TV show. Like, honestly, I'm pretty sure if HBO turned it into a TV show or Cinemax or somebody, then it would be a lot more solid because you could trim the fat, like Thor the Dark World being maybe a 190-minute episode instead of be a fucking garbage fire that it is.
It had really cool like aesthetics for that Thor movie.
I didn't see it, even though I love Christopher Eccleston's the villain, and I'm like, oh my god, nothing but terrible things about it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but it's very cool looking. Yeah, I mean, if Spider-Man takes place after Endgame, it'd be kind of crazy that they revealed that, but I have this weird thought that it takes place before.
If it doesn't take place before Endgame, like, I'm gonna lose my shit at I think it does take place before Endgame because that's the only plausible fucking the Iron Spider suit that he rocks in
Yeah.
Endgame or in Infinity War. So maybe,
but I don't know what they could hint at like the end of that movie or what happens in that movie to help it set up for Endgame.
I feel like
is it going to be another filler episode?
It's gonna be like Solo, where they're just putting in all of this shit that an explanation. Be like, oh, this is how he got to the ship because he made this amazing stuff and skeet.
Yeah. Oh well. Speaking of Star Wars, now
Oh yeah, no, no, no. Wait, hold on. I have something about this. Do you think that the first porn parody is going to be named the exact same thing? Like
I think it should be.
Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker? Like that is, come on. I'm
It,
pretty sure
they're gonna, instead of
like
Skywalker, it's gonna be Skinwalker, or like the rise of Skin Walker.
I feel like it's just like how do you do that? That's like it's like one of those movies.
It's gonna be the rise of the Skin Wanker.
Rise of the Skywanker.
Skywanker, yeah.
And then instead of a fucking like lightsaber, it's just like a neon green.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He just this sounds like would I be into that? We'll find out.
On the next episode.
I'm actually I don't want to say I'm excited about it, to try and absolve the clusterfuck of plot holes that happened with this with the Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I actually met with George Lucas, so he is like they had a meeting, and I'm assuming that Abrams might have just been like, how do we do this? And George Lucas is just like, you have a fucking garbage fire, and that's your fault.
Pay me another $1 billion and I'll tell you my secrets.
No, the last so he okay, so the Last Jedi was a it really felt like a war movie where
Mm-hmm.
it's just about the attrition of war, but it did not feel like a Star Wars movie. Like there's a lot of shit in that movie that I really liked,
Mm-hmm.
like the Holdo maneuver where she uses light speed to fucking break up all like that was the coolest fucking
Oh
thing.
yeah. The whole like anime split second, like black and white fucking
It was
Nani?
no, dude, it was so bitching. Like I was like, this is so
uh,
fucking. But like, then you have Leia fly like that. Like every time, I'm like,
I mean, I feel like
they,
they had to do that to like show that Mary Poppins is a part of that universe.
like Mary Poppins is a legit Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's the same fucking thing. She's like a spoonful of sugar.
helps the Metachlorians.
No, like, like it literally just became Kylo Ren throws a tantrum for 30 minutes, like at the end of it. Where
Oh
like
yeah.
like we have this dude who is like brooding and menacing, and like they even sharpened his fangs a little bit by giving him backstory, and then they just shit on it by having him throw a fucking tantrum.
Yeah.
Like
He's a kid,
all
dude.
nothing happened in the Last Jedi. Like nothing moved the plot forward, and I was just like, this. Like I enjoyed it, but as somebody who's invested in Star Wars as a franchise, I didn't see where it was going. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, what about the Knights of Ren? What about all of the shit
Oh
that you
yeah.
set up? And
Yeah.
now we just have Palpatine cackling at the end of the trailer. So
Yeah. I do have to say that the coolest thing in that trailer was when she's in the
Ray,
when Ray's in the desert, and it's very subtle, but they just show her having Luke's lightsaber and then fucking Han's blaster.
I didn't see Hans Blaster.
Oh yeah,
That,
she's got it holstered, so it's just like, oh shit, like she's not here to fuck. Like
he's there to kick ass and take down the First Order, and the First Order is weak state. So who
so,
knows?
so do you think they're trying to get the black box in the Death Star?
Maybe I could see that, but you know, okay. Here's my hot take on the title. I think because when they're like the Jedi are dead, I'm pretty sure that Skywalker is going to be like the new religion. Like,
Mm.
and because Rey's going to be like, I'm not a Jedi, I'm a Skywalker. And then it's like,
And then she puts on like some sick Nikes and like
like no. Really, I get the feeling that's what it means. I don't think. I think they're like the Jedi are no more, the Sith are no more. You're just a Skywalker. You believe in it.
Oh.
Like like turn it into like Jesus had the best last name, so he's got a whole religion named after
Mm-hmm.
Chris. So what if Luke is like, what if being a Skywalker, because apparently he was revered at a certain point. Like they did not explore that avenue at all. They're just,
Nope.
yeah, I was famous for like 3 years, and then I tried to kill my nephew.
Yeah. I tried a executive order 66 and he woke up.
But I would actually, I'd be on board with it, because if they're just like, you've got Vader, so you've got people who make poor choices, but then like anybody can use the Force, and then it's like, oh, you're a Jedi, not a Jedi. The guy, like that has to be where they're going, or they're gonna completely invent a backstory for Rey.
Oh, like, yeah. Oh, that's gonna be horrible.
And what if it ends with Rey and then she takes his last name, and then she fights Emperor Palpatine? Like there's just a time skip, and that becomes a Skywalker.
Wait, you just took the same thing you said about Endgame about him waking up as Iron Man, and you're just doing the same thing for Star Wars.
I mean, like, no.
But it works.
I don't know. I don't know. Like she's, because like I feel like they're trying to set it up for like a romantic between Rey and Kylo, but Kylo's autistic, so he just doesn't understand. Having that problem with the pheromones.
It's the shower thing.
His shower thing. That's a fact. That's really
what
good call.
like what it because they can't like be like, oh, they're actually brother and sister. Could they?
You know how many people would be pissed if they did that? Like, because you know about Jace and what the fuck is the other one's name? Jayla or some shit like that. They actually have in the books in the expanded universe, what
Right.
ends up Luke and Leia have a pair of, or I'm sorry, Han and Leia have a pair of twins.
Mm-hmm.
One of them goes to the dark side. So if they did that, so many people would be like, "Why the fuck did you just shit on the expanded universe?"
Yeah. Well, from my understanding about the expanded universe, is that
it's not canon.
It's not. Yeah, it's not canon anymore. But up, from everything from the whatever that was on Disney Clone Wars, like the little like 3D animated stuff.
Yeah.
Everything everything that's all canon. So I've never watched that. So
I tried to watch it, but then like it was what I wanted was and I did not get that. Like I was just like, just tell me all bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you made an actual good show. Just give me the fucking nectar.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
I miss the old Rand McNally books where they would have the cross sections of the ships. Like, why did I have that but for the Clone Wars?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, and then Disney's like, we're going to take a break after this. And I'm like, well, yeah, because that's when fucking George said he wanted to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say I have no hope for it. I'm not.
That's episode 10.
Episode.
No. Yeah. We're taking a spin.
I'm kind of shocked that, like, because Disney is like pretty savvy to the whole business. I can't believe that they didn't pull like an iPhone 10 and just skip episode 9 and go straight to 10.
Star Wars X.
Star Wars X. I don't remember. Oh no. Have you can you hear me?
Of course I can hear you. You
Have
just
you
skipped out a little bit.
have you watched Westworld at all?
I watched the first season. I did not watch the second season.
Okay, is it or is it not Mega Man?
Dude,
Like it is Mega Man X.
it's
Like
Mega
West
Man. Yeah, it's totally Mega Man X.
like it if you if what's her name? Dolores.
Mm-hmm.
Dolores is basically X. Like that's it.
Yeah.
And Bernard is zero. That's
Mm-hmm.
it's just because he came up with the zero virus. The other ones get it. So you guys literally made Mega Man X. I watched the fuck out of that show. I really liked it. But
Yeah. How was? Did you watch the second season?
I did, but the first season was great because it was and so it was really interesting, but the story was just kind of eh. Like the story was basically the Man in Black, and oh
Yeah.
shit, it's the same guy. Like that
Yeah.
caught me. Sorry.
Yeah. That was a really cool twist. Like, or like, well, twist and like plot device. Like,
Because
really fucking with time.
well, because it was showing the nature of the where it's like they're basic and they're going to be the same no matter what. And then I don't know, fucking then they then it's the Man in Black. Turns out that he's the same guy. Like I was just like I was blown away by it. Um, season two is I don't want to say it's terrible because it's not, but it's like there's no world building being done. It's just explaining the backstory of the man,
Okay.
like and why he's doing what he's doing, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I would say it's worth a watch, but you don't have to pay attention to it. Like I don't know, it's like whenever I would watch or like just something to put on in the background. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
Speaking.
watching? What's
Oh.
that?
Oh no. Go for it. Go for it.
Oh no, no, what were you were gonna say? Speaking of,
Oh, speaking of HBO shows, though, the latest season of True Crime, True Detective.
oh my gosh, what was I saying? It's like if Schindler's List and The Usual Suspects had a baby, where it's just like it had a twist ending, but I felt
Yeah.
I wanted there to be some really disturbing shit going on.
Oh yeah. Like that was. It was such a good like. Oh man. Oh, excuse me, everybody. That was the timer.
Oh,
No, no, don't pay attention to that. I'll edit it out. I'll edit it out.
get
Um,
into destruction.
um, but yeah, it had such a good ending. Like I wanted more, but at the same time, it was like, damn, that was so real. Like that would really like if that guy had dementia. Like yeah, of course that would happen. Like
But it was just like one of those things where they kept building
yeah,
with when he would have those moments where there was in there, it's like, who's that black car? Who's that? Dude,
yeah,
that was, that, I was like, dude, what the fuck? And then it's so innocuous. I got so like, that would be like finding out that you had a kidney stone, but it was because you like, where it's just like, oh, wow, that's a fucking diamond. And it was like it all turned out for the best. But then I was like, what the fuck? I was upset. I was upset.
no.
I'm just a sick person. Like
I
I
need the
need
closure. I need the closure.
I need to know that it was like this little cult and like
Yeah.
spoiler. I'm not gonna. We shouldn't market the video with no matter what. Spoiler alert. Uh, yeah, when it turns out that it's like, oh, she actually That's it. That's fucking. Oh my god.
Yeah, like the nuns hit her and shit. Like I like it was really cool because like they did kind of go back to that like occulty vibe that the first season was kind of about.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The first season is just by far like that shit is just too good. Like it's
Um.
they raised the bar so high with that first season. Like I
Yeah.
don't know.
They're never gonna top it because I feel like even though in the third season you had the two detectives played off of each other, but it was all about
Yeah.
it was kind of like in season one they were both really like one was a good at playing the job of being a cop and like doing the legwork, and then the other one was an actually good problem solver, and they made a good team. And this one, it was just sort of like the one who was actually good at the like getting the shaft, like, and he's just like, well, I'm an alcoholic now.
Yeah,
It
he
just
I raise dogs like cuz I don't have a family. Like
that was a what I really want them to do, and what I feel like they kind of face with the second season. I want to see a dirty cop who's good at being a dirty cop, like,
mm,
uh, and it was just like Colin Farrell's character in that.
yeah, it was odd. Like it was weird.
Like they got the intensity down, but not plot. Like it was just like they were mad.
Yeah.
Like it was here's a bunch of neurotic strangers. Like what the fuck is this?
Really
And then the
though.
girls from vaping to smoking was like, what the fuck? What? Like you're not a real detective unless you're killing yourself with a pants. Like I enjoyed the I still enjoyed the second season.
The second season was good. I
I
just
had a
for me, I don't know. The cult stuff is just like that shit freaks me out a little bit more. Like I don't know.
yeah, no, season three was like, and they have like those things you take your hands in and it's like the peeled grapes and its eyeballs. They're like, it's not peeled, like you stick your hand in and they're like, it's actually a bunch of candy for you to take home with you. Like, oh, I thought it was gonna be something disgusting and gross. But instead you gave me something that makes me feel a lot better. I honestly we'll just see. I want to know who they're going to cast for if they're going to do a season four and what Nick Pizzolatto, I think his name is.
Mm. It'd
He's
be
he's the guy who wrote season one.
mm, it'd be interesting to like see if like so like they kind of tied in this last season with season one a little bit because they showed the detectives a little bit.
Yeah,
It'd be kind of cool if this next season kind of tied in or just made homage to season two. Then I mean I don't know. That'd be kind of or
if they
just
did go for it.
or like you somehow find out that it's like all connected. I mean it's like supposed to be true stuff, but just in different timelines, I guess. So they
Yeah,
are in the same universe.
yeah. You know what they could have done is like I think Dexter would low key been a great season for fucking if they just made one season basically where the detective is basically Dexter and just do that. That would be a good show. But then they already made Dexter, so like,
Yeah.
and then that show fell apart after season three. Like, or no, which was the one with the Trinity Killer?
Oh, yeah. I season two, I think.
Because like there were some good moments, like the one with Lumen. Like
Mm-hmm.
I like that season, and then she just kind of is like, "Well, I'm not going to do this anymore." Taking
Yeah.
like that was And it was like, okay, you just fridged one of the best characters to come out of this show.
Yeah.
Well, I have to return to my home planet now, Dexter. Wait, oh, don't come back. Like, it was so just.
Yeah.
No, because season 2 was the one with the fan killer, the one who was like, I want to kill with you.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then it was just like, oh, I'm a lumberjack now. Oh, spoiler alert. We're pretty bad at this.
You've had a 10 decade, like a 10 decade. You've had a 10 year like leeway on Dexter. If you don't know, it's safe to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's safe to spoil.
That was it was a decent show. It was a decent show.
It was all right. But yeah. I think that should about cover it. Did you have anything to go over?
I think that's a pretty damn good first episode. We talked about let me look at my notes again real quick. We gave our intro. We gave the backstory. We discussed the Yu-Gi-Oh! Shower meta, which yeah, it's pretty clean. Who's the comedian now?
Getting cucked on my own fucking podcast.
We talked some Newtown about Old Town Road. We discussed what we're watching and pretty much shows that we thought were pretty good. We have to come up with a new list next week.
Oh, well, we'll find something. We will talk about it. But anyways, I guess I'll wrap this up. So I want to thank you. Check me out on Twitter @_Pat Thames, and Van, you're @Van Sparrow, right?
Yeah, I somehow managed to snag that one.
Yeah. Oh my. But no, thank you all for listening. And
if you made it this far,
yeah,
there's a key underneath your chair that will unlock a discount code. No, really though, if you made it this far, you guys are champs. And all ladies.
Right. Well, this has been Second Best Podcast, and you have a nice rest.
Yeah, have a good night, everybody. Whoop whoop. Let there be some awkward silence at the end of this.
It's gonna be. Are we still? You're not still recording, are you?
Oh yeah, I am.
Because I've actually, I think I gotta go. I told somebody I would go somewhere at 7.
Oh, all right, for sure. But if we had a certain like outro music, what would it be?
Old Town Road. No, I think I was actually thinking about this on the drive back from the first open mic I did. It would be. I was thinking some sort of synthwave.
Synthwave? All right.
Yeah. Use Bad Dream Baby or something by LeBrock.
By September 87?
Yeah.
All right.
You turned me on to that track.
Dude, so good.
It's very good.
All right, man. Well, until next week.
Until next week. Now you're just gonna keep.